Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
The 25 International Workers' Day took a unique turn in the manner of its celebration in Osun State. The inference is that public sector workers used the forum endorsing the candidacy of Governor Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke to continue in office till the year 2030 and subsequently ensure the continuation of the ruling party in the governance of Osun State. The Labour force did not endorse Governor Adeleke's second term for political reasons. Statements, comments, and views expressed in Labour circles across all divides and among different socio-economic for all over the state affirmed the total support of workers and the larger society that Governor Ademola Adeleke deserves a second term to consolidate his administration's 5-point agenda, which has raised the benchmark of success and transformation hitherto missing in the lives of the people. The Living Spring Update, episode 24, was a part of the Workers' Day celebration, which clearly spoke commitment and total support for Governor Adeleke's giant strides within a so short period. My name is Tomilola Daniel Duranko, welcoming you to another serial assessment of policies, projects, and programs of government in Osun State.
Àwọn forúkọ Ọlọ́run síwájú lórúkọ gbogbo òṣìṣẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Wọ́n ní ká gbé kọ́kọ́rọ́ yìí. Kọ́kọ́rọ́ àbẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ o. Ẹni agbẹ́ fún rẹ̀ o. Kọ́kọ́rọ́ àbẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ o. Ẹni agbẹ́ fún rẹ̀ o. Ọ̀gá ẹ̀fọ́ mú mi. Ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn. Ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn. Ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn. 2026.
The theme of this year's Labor Day, retrieving the civic space in the midst of economic hardship, landscapes and challenges, was a relevant proclamation of the trauma that public sector workers have been subjected to in the last 10 years. The spate of bad policies, corruption, citizens' disconnect from political office holders, incompetent resource management, insecurity, hyperinflation, poor salaries, infrastructural deficit have all had a toll on the welfare of workers and reduced the capacity to contribute to the process of economic re-engineering and advancement of the nation. With particular focus on the challenges confronting labor, leadership of various workers' unions have had more than what they bargained for in convincing the federal government to consider the value and importance of public sector workers to the survival and progress of Nigeria. The chairman, Nigeria Labour Congress in Osun State, Comrade Christopher Arakpa-Shokpo, did not mince words in expressing the plight of labor and the struggles by workers to keep their heads on their shoulders in the midst of biting economic challenges which have wiped off the middle class and subjected majority of Nigerians to excruciating pains. He also echoed the resentment of the organized labor to the nonchalant attitude of the political class to demands and agitations for a living wage instead of a minimum wage. The NLC chairman, however, noted the commitment, courage, sincerity, and capacity of Governor Ademola Adeleke to right the wrongs committed by two APC governments against public sector workers in Osun State in terms of minimum wage, prompt payment of salaries, lack of promotion, failure to pay arrears of half salaries, illegal deductions of cooperative savings, and desecration of civil service rules and conventions. All these ugly past of 12 years that ran from 2010 to 2022, according to Comrade Arakpa-Shokpo, is now history.
Let me at this juncture appreciate our comrade governor, His Excellency Senator Dr. Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke, the Executive Governor of Osun State, for his gracious, seamless, and rancor-free and workers-friendly administration. Few achievements of Mr. Governor: prompt payment of full salary aids. Can I Mr. Governor, please. Prompt payment of gratuities and pensions to retirees. Continuous payment of outstanding salaries arrears owned by the past administration to workers and retirees. Full payment of outstanding cooperative deductions. Workers' promotions with due and pay raise. Free OHIS cover for all Osun State pensioners. Can you please clap for Mr. Governor, please? Payment of 10,000 naira to pensioners under contributory pension scheme. And full implementation of national minimum wage of 75,000 naira, 555 naira, 28 kobo for all workers of Osun State, and 25,000 naira for all our pensioners. Please clap for Mr. Governor. I want to say this without missing word. The Osun State is #1 as far as the table salary is concerned in Nigeria. Fact check. In less than 3 years, the governor has attended to almost all workers' requests in Osun State. In fact, your governance is unprecedented. You will emphatically believe with me that Mr. Governor deserves a second term in office as the executive governor of Osun State till 2030.
Comrade Arakpashoko and his colleagues did not forget to remind the government of its continued responsibilities to labor, enshrined in the tradition of workers to seek for the labor government healthy relationships through sustained implementation of various welfare schemes. While Governor Adeleke was commended for his friendly disposition to workers, the labor leaders called on the state government to accelerate the implementation of housing and car loans for workers in which a committee was set up. In the meantime, the open door policy of the Adeleke administration has continued to ensure a brighter future for public sector workers in Osun State. And from the look of things, Labour is resolved to keep the train of progress moving, irrespective of attempts by those it describes as anti-workers element to sow divisions, confusions, and destabilization in the state.
The chairman of the Trade Union Congress in Osun State, Comrade Abimbola Fasasi, emphasized how Governor Adeleke has restored the hope of public and civil servants to attain their career goals. This singular act, among several others, have, according to him, removed tensions and distrust that were the hallmarks of 2 previous APC administrations. Governor Adeleke's endorsement for a second term in office by the organized labor is one feature that has trended in public and media space. Different interpretations and meanings have been given to the action of the labor leaders, but the leaders are, however, united on this. Comrades Fasasi and Wasiu Ajadosu, the chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Osun State Council, said the endorsement is not political, but an admittance of reality.
Let's be realistic here. We are all political animals. You will say civil servants are not to be concerned about what's going to affect them. We've tested it. We know how it feels. We've seen other administration or political parties in government in this state, and we know how we fared under them. So, as an entity, as an enclave, as a community within the state, as a stakeholder, we are not politicians, fine. But everything that the politicians does, the policymakers affect us as citizens, and as workers in particular. When the issue of half salary came up, you don't have any excuse that I work for the state, I'm a federal worker. When you get to Akindeko or Ibona to purchase anything, you don't have such identity to ask. All they got to do is that they demand for the prices of the commodity. But when you have half salary being paid to you, how do you cope? How do you feed? How do your children go to school? How do you pay the rent? And we have a government again then that said, okay, you taught Yoruba, you study Yoruba, go home. You study Islamic religion, go and establish a mosque. You study BRK, go and do this, go and do that. Another one came and said, no, the worker that are not even sufficient to handle the situation. He said there are too many. We started, sending them packing in terms of retrenchment in the name of one, I don't want to know what to call it. So, but another person came in and brought us in. Those that are unjudiciously, sent away, took them back and recruited more workers and still paid. And I remember in that administration, there was issue of 18,000 minimum wage too. He paid. Where did he get those money from? So we will look at it critically and see what pays us. What pays us? That is what we go for. I'm not speaking for anybody. It will be the work of the aides of the governor to do that. But as a worker, as people at the center of it, what are the feelers from our people? What do they want? What are they singing to our ears? That they've never had it this good, so they like what we are having. You don't change a winning team. Well, we don't expect him to be spraying naira on the floor across the street. But those critical things that concern us, like our salary, our leave bonus, promotion, and what have you, all of that is being taken care of. So if we die for him, I don't think anybody should blame us for sorrow. If you are in the position to, you will do the same thing because it pays us. We've never had it this good. So that's why we think with the mandate, overwhelming mandate of our people and support and declaration that yes, this man just deserves yet another time so that we can have it this good and along the line again.
It was after our Congress, the state Congress, that all the workers in the state felt that there's a need for us to actually endorse him for second term. And why are we doing that? Yoruba Bo, those people that sell agbo, alagbo, all this stuff, one is so sherry. If you want to give me, recommend a drug for me, an ABBA for me now, I will ask, has this illness happened to you before? Have you used it? It is this endorsement based on our experience from the past administration. When payment of worker salary becomes an issue, when payment of pension becomes an issue, when promotion becomes an issue, when refurbishment loan and car loan become an issue, when you are even being promoted, you are just being promoted on paper without any cash backing. And when this government came on board, we thought it would be a usual practice. We have been adapted to the system. It has become part of us. So we are not even expecting any miracle. We thought that it's all about the same narration, the same story. But when we came on board, it started, even the backlog of half salary, it started payment. We were not looking at it that it seems as Angeli Tati ri báyìí. Ta kan gbúrò ó mọ̀ ti fẹ́ sàn ju ìta ti gbúrò rẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. So we are not looking at that direction that it seems this man understand the plight of workers.
The 2025 May Day celebration in Osun State created a platform for government officers on labor matters at national and sub-national levels to take stock, review its performance, and fashion a way forward.
Nǹkan kan bẹ tó yẹ kí n fi kún iṣẹ́ tá a fi rán mi yìí tó jẹ́ pé tí mi ò bá ṣe é a jẹ́ pé mi ò ṣe aṣojú mínísítà dáadáa. Òun náà ni pé láti lu gómìnà wa nípìnlẹ̀ yìí lọ́gọ ẹnu fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Iṣẹ́ rere pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn tá a lè kí wọn kú iṣẹ́ fún ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó kàn mí gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n onítọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́. Ìdí ni wípé wọ́n jẹ́ kan lára àwọn gómìnà tó mú ìgbáyégbádùn àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ lọ́kùnkúndùn. Tá a bá sì rẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ kí ikú iṣẹ́ afẹ́ kó ṣe sí ni torí ẹni kú iṣẹ́ ní mú orí ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pàápàá iṣẹ́ rere ló mú un yá. So ní ipò àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àti ní ipò mínísítà Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment mo kí gómìnà wa pé ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run á sì jẹ́ kí ẹ ṣe àṣeyọrí bí mo ṣe ń sọ yìí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun wà lára ọjọ́ kan lára àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tó ti san minimum wage. So nítorí náà mo kí gómìnà mo lù yín lọ́gọ ẹnu ẹ bá mi pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí
Governor Ademola Adeleke's address was the icing on the cake. It was an appreciation of workers' loyalty and support amid attempts by shenanigans to undermine his administration and engineer violence and divisions among the people who gave him the mandate to govern. Governor Adeleke's opening remarks gave him out as a true comrade.
I salute you on this occasion of the 2025 May Day rally. Our administration of workers, by the workers, and for the workers, warmly welcome you to this arena. Your governor, with workers' welfare as the number